Sally Field truly hated him more than anyone. The shocking reason. Sally Field is one of the most beloved icons in Hollywood history. From the perky girl next door to a two-time Oscar winner, her journey is a masterclass in resilience. But behind the bright smile and the "you like me" speeches lies a woman who isn't afraid to speak her truth, even when that truth involves a deep-seated animosity toward one of Hollywood's biggest leading men. Today on Prestige Buzz, we're diving into the legendary career of Sally Field and the on-set explosion that led her to say she hated him more than anyone she had ever worked with. From Gidget to greatness. Born in 1946 to a family with deep Hollywood roots, Sally Field seemed destined for the screen. With an actress mother and a stuntman stepfather, the industry was in her blood. However, Sally's path wasn't paved with ego. She was a shy, insecure girl who used acting to find her voice. She skyrocketed to fame in 1965 as the lead in Gidget. While the show made her a household name, it also trapped her. Hollywood saw a cute girl, Sally saw an artist waiting to be born. She doubled down, studying under the legendary Lee Strasberg at the Actors Studio, determined to shed the perky label. The transformation, Sybil and Norma Ray. The world finally took notice in 1976 with Sybil. Her portrayal of a woman with dissociative identity disorder was harrowing and earned her an Emmy. But it was 1979's Norma Ray that changed everything. As a union activist in a textile mill, Sally displayed a raw vulnerability and strength that earned her her first Academy Award. That iconic win and the famous "You like me, you really like me" speech symbolized a woman finally feeling seen. She was no longer the girl in the habit from The Flying Nun, she was a powerhouse. The complicated love of Burt Reynolds. While her career reached new heights, her personal life was a tabloid fixture, specifically her 5-year romance with Burt Reynolds. They were the it couple of the late 70s, starring together in hits like Smokey and the Bandit. But behind the scenes, the romance was fraught. In her memoir In Pieces, Sally described the relationship as emotionally complex and often controlling. While Burt later called her the love of his life, Sally remembered a much more difficult reality. She eventually found a more stable love with producer Alan Greisman, with whom she had her third son, Sam, but her most infamous feud wasn't with a lover, it was with a co-star. The Backroads Disaster, Sally Field vs. Tommy Lee Jones. In 1981, Sally Field starred in Backroads alongside Tommy Lee Jones. On paper, it was a dream pairing of two massive talents. In reality, it was a nightmare. Sally, known for her collaborative spirit and emotional openness, clashed instantly with Jones's brooding, methodical, and often dismissive approach. The tension on set was so thick the crew described the atmosphere as uncomfortable and suffocating. Talent doesn't excuse cruelty. Sally didn't mince words about the experience. She later admitted that she found Jones nearly impossible to work with, stating she hated him more than anyone she had ever worked with. She felt his attitude was condescending and his style was at odds with her need for a safe, creative environment. The shocker? The genuine animosity between them actually fueled their performances. The raw, gritty intensity you see on screen wasn't just acting, it was real-life frustration. Sally channeled her anger into her character, making the performance cathartic, but the damage was done. Once the cameras stopped rolling, Sally made it clear she would never work with him again. A legacy of integrity. Sally Field's willingness to speak out about the difficult men of Hollywood has only solidified her status as a woman of integrity. She proved that you can be America's sweetheart and still have a backbone of steel. She moved on from the Backroads drama to win a second Oscar for Places in the Heart and deliver a heart-wrenching performance in Steel Magnolias. Today, Sally Field remains a symbol of talent and truth. She showed us that while personal conflict can lead to great art, your self-respect is always worth more than a movie role. What do you think of Sally's candid honesty? Does a co-star's attitude change how you watch a movie? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Hollywood history, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Prestige Buzz. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you never miss a story from the world of entertainment.